The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTA.
Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Fields. Got his man, it's Warren. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. Fights him off. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing, and now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose, or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Motion man is Shakir. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
To throw is Wilson. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Coleman, the man in motion right. Allen going to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Coleman, the man in motion left. Allen now looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's Allen to throw it. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Patrick Queen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. This is taken at the 18. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Motion man is Shakir. To the air, Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
That's good for the Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Shakes up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen. Completes it to Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Steelers first down.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Very nicely done there on the reception. And what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Warren will try the right side. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Through the middle of the field. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Again, that's Watkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, Wilson. Dancing to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down, not by a little, but by plenty.
Now Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. A handoff for Warren. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Bills. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it. Warren powering his way forward, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. from the 43. Here's second and a couple.
At the 43-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Play action. It's Wilson.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Here's Warren. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Boswell's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
From midfield, here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Wilson.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Returning it, here's Hamler.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 25 on 2nd down. Allen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Shakir hauls it in.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Allen to throw once more.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half, and we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Wilson.
Got his man, it's Warren.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline, you know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 38-24 was the final. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Allen. A dump off for Davis. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Allen. Being chased out left. And he's got room. And they can't bring him down. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Coleman, the man in motion right. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track.
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Hamler now on the return.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To the air, Allen. This is Coleman with a grab.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now Allen again.
He'll drop this off for Davis.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Allen going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. To throw, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing now is Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will have a Steelers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
They'll run on first down. Warren. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Running left, it's Warren.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Inside give to Davis. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good.
And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
This one not in the win column just yet, but on the road is the 6th seed. They are close to pulling off the upset.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx them. I'm like you. It's not over yet, but I'm going to go ahead and project here. Win this one. Think about the momentum now that you carry, right? You carry that forward. And look, home field's a big deal in the playoffs, but the really good teams, and we've seen it plenty of times in NFL history, they can go on the road and win. And a win here would allow them to do exactly that.
Of course, the road doesn't get much easier as you have to face the top seed next week, but they'll deal with that then.
Hey, they'll take this win and take on the top seed anywhere because they're still in the playoffs and still alive for a chance at the Super Bowl.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Up the middle they go.
It's Warren, and he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Warren, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
A gain of a yard. First down, Steelers.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. There's a nice move. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Up the middle they go. Warren, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And here come the Bills.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, With this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On first down, it's Warren. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Tackle on the play by Christian Benford. 2nd and 5.
At the 11-yard line.
To throw is Wilson.
Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now Wilson. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
From 6 yards away.
And the Steelers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game, and there was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Now it's Trubisky. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Bills. 1st down.
Motion man is Shakir.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Trubisky.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
44-yard line.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Now Trubisky to throw.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Motion man is Shakir.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And Wilson in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Wilson.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Getting this ball out wide for Davis. That's Deion Dawkins, the left tackle.
Slot man moves right. They're going to look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Nick Herbig
In there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Nick Herbig
Dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That's on Lyle Collins, free agent signee who was originally thought of as a 1st-round draft pick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.